Every author chases the same word, unputdownable. Nobody earns that word with the first page. You earn it in the last line of every chapter over and over until the reader physically cannot stop reading. Hi, I'm Blake Dalton, and I write short fiction here on Substack. You don't want your book to be hard to put down. You want it unputdownable. That's not a personality trait of your story. That's a decision you make at the end of every chapter. Here's how to do it. First, cut mid-motion. A woman has her key halfway into the lock, and the chapter ends right there. Or the key slid halfway into the lock when the porch light behind her cut out. The motion never finishes. The reader has to turn the page to see if her hands keep moving. Second, cliffhangers do work, but only if you don't lean on them every time. Here's an example of a weak cliffhanger. The phone rang. Somehow, she knew something was wrong before she even answered. There are several things wrong with this sentence. One, it contains a filler word, and the author's narrating the reader's own feelings right back at them. Here's a stronger version. A phone vibrated on the countertop. The screen read "Dad." He was sitting 3 feet away. In that example, the reader's doing all the math themselves, and that's what makes it crawl under the skin. And third, escalation always beats resolution. A chapter spends its length building to a knock at the door. A weak ending would be she opens it and the mailman's standing there. You've built that whole chapter leading up to this point, and then you end it with resolution. Now, ending this without opening the door would be considered a cliffhanger, but ending that chapter with another door that opens makes this book unputdownable. She opened the door. Nobody was there. Only wet footprints on the doorstep leading back into the house. Nothing gets answered. The problem just walked in. A chapter isn't a box you close. It's a door you leave open behind the reader. If you like this video, do me a huge favor and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.